Guys, able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Hard disk drive. What is hard disk? It is a storage capacity. It's a storage disk, storage drive, which keeps your data permanently. Whereas RAM is a temporary storage. Hard disk or hard drive comes from the permanent storage. It can store data 100 MB, 1 MB, 1 GB, 2 GB, 100 GB, 1 TB, or more than that. So storage capacity will keep on increasing. So hard disk is it is a if you talk about the how the hard disk look in the disk made with a hard material, so it is called as a hard drive. Sometimes also called as fixed disk, means data will be fixed there. And non-removable disk, you are not going to remove the data. It is a fixed one. Storage capacity it goes beyond from even it starts with as I said 10 MB or 1 MB. Let's say 1 MB. It goes up to 1 TB or even more than 1 TB. More than 1 TB it will go. Nowadays, every laptop they're giving 500 GB or 1 TB hard disk storage. Even the pen drive itself is coming 32 GB or 64 GB pen drives, right? Mobile phone also they're getting 64 GB. More than that, 512 MB also, 512 GB also is there. So now technologies keep on increasing. That's the reason they're expecting every person or every engineer should have a good knowledge. They should have the IT knowledge. What is happening in the IT? What technologies are in the market? Or what are the upcoming technologies are there? What are the earlier technologies? The old one, the new one, the current one. What is the future of IT? What is the current future of what is the current situation of IT and how it was? So everything you should aware. So this is a hard disk actually. That's what it's called as hard disk. Now you can see if you open the hard drive, you can see read and write. One is head 0, another one is head 2. This is a main spindle, this one. It's keep on rotating, you know, that's called RPM, rotation per minute. It will rotate more than 750 times per minute. RPS. The more the speed rotating time, rotating at period, lesser time, best performance. Let's say RPM 1 minute, 750 times it's rotating. If it's a 1 minute, 7,000 minutes, it will be very fast. So here you can see it will read and write, and there's a platter, there's a slide. In the hard disk we have sectors and tracks. Inside the hard disk it will be like this. So these are the partitions you can say. Here you can say another tracks will be there. This is the main one. You will not see all this. Small blocks. They are called LBA, logical block address. In this block only your data will be stored. Small blocks. These are the blocks. It will create small blocks in every disk. So now we cannot see this. But the old hard disk again. But again, any hard disk you open, you can see like this. Oh, you might be seeing the CD, right? CD drive or DVD drive or disk. Nobody's seen disk, guys. Compact disk, CD, CD or DVD disk.
Yeah.
It looks like this, right?
Yeah.
So exactly how it's inside the hard disk. Now types of hard disk controller. IDE, integrated device electronics. This is comes in desktop PCs. First one is desktop. Desktop PC will be using IDE. SATA also. This ID is normally low speed. RPM is also very low, and data transferring from hard disk to memory, hard disk to memory's RAM. It is like 7,000, sorry, 600 megahertz max. It go. Universal bus. This is USB hard disk. You can fix anywhere. You can just play around with this. SATA is there. Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. This ID is nobody using now. SATA is some systems you can find SATA hard disk. It goes up to 3 Gbps speed, gigabits per second. It is fast. Compared to ID, SATA is fast. SATA ports small like this. In the motherboard, you might be noticed that like this small ports to be there. And USB, as I said, it is plug and play. Wherever you want, you can fix it. You can copy data. You can play the movies. If you have the movies in your hard disk, play movies, games. Again, unplug it. You cannot say anything. And coming to SCSI. SCSI is small computer system interface mostly found in the servers. These desktop servers will be very costly. The first day I told, right, server cost will be very costly. Because SCSI controllers like IBM server, Dell servers, again different types. We have Blade server, Blade server, Rack server, Tower server. Let me show you quickly the images. You can just have a quick idea about it. Rack server. This is how it looks. This is a server. See, this is rack server. These all are hard disk parts only, storage parts. Hard disk you can fix here like this. It will make too much of noise also. This is Intel Xeon processor. Now we can see Intel, whatever the labs in your home PC, laptop PC are using, those are not Xeon processors. They are normal processors. These are high-end speed processors. And let me show you the server. Rack motherboard. See, what is the cost? It is 1,25,000. Only motherboard cost it is. It is only how here you can see it is 2 CPUs are there. How many slots are there, guys? CPU slots? Guys, you able to see the screen?
Oh, yes.
How many
Yeah, but
CPUs can
it's
fix it?
on server rack
Ah,
images it is showing.
there were rack images. Picture is not able to see picture. Okay, one second. Let me share the screen again. Now,
Yes.
okay. Now you can see how many heat sinks are there. One, two, three heat sinks. And CPUs, how many CPUs you can connect? Two CPUs physically. RAM slots you can see. One, two, three. Here is two, two, four RAM slots, four, eight RAM slots are there. Normally you can see desktop PC two RAM slots only. Laptops also two or four, not like eight. This is like this is normal. It is two CPUs only. Normal you can also find with four CPU socket. Here two SMPS are there. Here is two. Here is one, two. See also two. The chipsets, many chipsets are here. We have this is rack server. We can also see this blade server. Rack is completely a flat one. Blade server. This is, here you can see force. Not motherboard, just how is the blade server looks. See, this is the blade server. Here you can see in this picture. It's very clearly mentioned. Blade, rack server, and tower server. So these are complete in the servers, data centers. This is a blade server. This is a rack server. Here also. See. You just should just have a knowledge that's enough. Rack, blade, and tower server. We get more CPUs and more RAM slots. All right. This is SCSI. SCSI for the server side. And coming to SSDs, nowadays desktop laptops, almost all laptops they're providing SSD hard disk, solid state drive. Performance is fast. Size is also very small size. SSD hard disk. Cost wise is much difference. If it is SATA is costing you 2000 for 1 TB, this will cost you 5 to 6,000 rupees because of the performance. And ID features, ID hard disk maximum can see is 133. It goes up to 600. That's the maximum speed of ID. And this is not required, guys. RPM I said right, 7,200. These are very old one, not required for you guys. These are not required because nobody's using this technology now. SATA, yes, SATA you can see. So SATA support speed is maximum 3 Gbps. SATA replacing the old ID. Now SSD is going to replace SATA. The SATA cable.
No, when we are buying the laptop, what should we see in hard drive? Like, what specifications are good? Like, how do we know?
Hardware you can see first I said it. First thing is CPU,
Okay.
right? CPU i7 is
Ah,
there. Or
okay.
clock speed i7 with generation now. Latest one is let's say 14th generation, 15th generation.
Okay.
14th generation is there now. 14th generation with 4 core processor, 4 core processor. Then clock speed 2.5 is good or above that was very good. 2.5 gigahertz. This is about CPU side. First generation core, 4 core, then the clock speed. Let's say clock speed, if it is 3 is very good, 3.1. But again, cost wise will be various difference. One CPU is done, then comes to RAM. RAM is size and speed. DDR4 above 3000 megahertz, that is speed, clock speed here. Storage capacity, it's up to you. You can go with 8 GB or 16 GB RAM. Next is hard disk. Hard disk is SSD. By default, SSD they'll give you. Think about the storage now. 512, 500 GB you want or 1 TB. These are the main thing. Remaining part will come automatically. Automatically send your SMPS will be there. CMOS battery. Add the graphics. 2 gig or 4. Nowadays 4 gig is coming. 4 GB graphics is coming, right? These are important. Graphic cards. Then you can go. So again, cost wise, they'll tell you if you go 14th generation, it might cost you 60,000. If you come down to 10th generation, when the generation increases means they'll give some additional features, performance wise also. There's the reason they'll add it generation, 8th generation, first generation, second generation. The configuration remains same only, but additional features coming with this processor they'll say. Some advanced technology is there. Latest technology has been inbuilt in this processor. That's the reason I had to choose the generation wise. Karthik, any doubt? Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear.
This is, I think all of you know about USB hard disk. Just plug and play. So this is USB hard disk. This is for server. 2003 onwards, it supports maximum 32 hard disks you can use. Server. So one single SCSI kind of supports 7 hard disks you can fix there. Speed starts from 640 Mbps onwards. It supports hot swapping. Now, when the laptop is on, can you remove the hard disk and fix another hard disk? Or desktop is on now. Okay, I have 2 hard disks there. Disk 1, disk 2. Now, disk 1 is not working. So I want to remove this. Is it possible when the machine is on?
No.
Not possible, right?
Yeah.
The chance of even system get even corrupt, not corrupt, system might be completely burn also, there's chances. But in server, hot swapping. That means when the server is on, if there are 2 hard disks are there, one is not working, you can remove it, you can fix it back. Fix new hard disk. That's called hot swapping. When the machine is on, you can fix the change the hard disk. It is possible. Only in the servers, not on desktop or not on laptops. This is what SAN storage and network servers will come. Servers, how the RAID control will be there from server. SAN storage box. Here you can see 100 hard disks will be there. 100 disk. If one disk is failure, it will fix another disk immediately. So that is that's called storage area network. We will see networking class when we start. This is the cable, SCSI cable. So we support 7 hard disk. Alright guys, so let me explain you about the hard disk partition, then we'll start the installation of OS. 500 GB hard disk. Okay, so now we have to create the partitions inside the hard disk. So why do we need a partitions now? So for example now, in this first partition, we call this as C drive, and we'll keep this as storage capacity is 100 GB. Okay, so in this exclusively we are giving for the operating system to be installed. Any OS, server OS or client OS. Minimum OS space is 10 GB. Very minimum 10 GB is enough. But later on, the updates, the batches, applications, softwares, if we keep on installing and the space is not enough, then the system will slow down and system will shut down also. So safer side, give 100 GB for the operating system. The next is D drive. See, first of all, partitions, we can create two types of partitions. One is primary partition. So another one is extended. Extended partition. So here primary and extended. Primary exclusively for the operating system, OS purpose. Okay, so we can OS we can have, and extended, inside extended partitions we can also have logical drives. Okay, inside extended partition we'll be having some logical drives. Logical drives. Primary partition for operating system, extended for the logical drives. You can have as many of drives. You can have drives up to, say for example, AB is used from, okay, so from A to Z. If AB used, you can say D to Z. Z partitions. So 20 partitions you can create. 20 drives, separate drives. So altogether, we can have maximum is 3 to 4 partitions are possible. 4 partitions are possible. 3 to 4 partitions. That means We can have two primary, one extended. Three primary, one extended is mandatory. If you have two primary partitions, then one will be extended. This all we are doing in a one hard disk. So why creating partitions? Just to keep the data safer side. Say for example, if you talk about the flat, you have a home, right? You are having a separate living area, master bedroom, children's bedroom, right? Kitchen, living area, dining area, drawing. So like this, we have the rooms, right? We cannot go and cook in the bedroom, right? So there is specific reasons, specific rooms are there. Living area, guests will come or we all will sit and watch the TV. Likewise here also, C drive is exclusively for the operating system. We can have dual operating system. That means we can have another primary partition. Two primary. This is also primary partition. In this again another operating system. For instance, you can say for first one is Windows 10 and this is C drive, and consider this is a D drive. In C drive is Windows 10 and in D drive is Windows Server 2016. So we can have the dual operating systems. In one hard disk, we can have two operating systems. One is for server, another for client. So always remember, you can't have server first and client second. First is server, first is client, second is server. Low version to high version. Guys, following all of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do now is, so primary and extend. I'll be showing this lab, primary, extend, logical drives, how to create everything. So in C drive, as we decided to go with the operating system, Windows 10. Windows 10 operating system will install here. Now how much space now left is, how much is left now? 400 GB, right? Out of that, D drive will keep this D drive as 50 GB or 150 GB. Let's say these two are primary partition. This is also, this is primary partition 1. This is primary partition 2. And remaining automatically become one extended partition. This whole thing is the half will be left as a extended partition. Inside extended we can create a logical drive. This whole part is extended. Inside is making a number of logical drives. This is CDE. E is 20 GB. One is for games, one is for movies. EF. F is another 50 GB. Up to as I said, Z you can create. Again E, F, G. This is 100 GB. Likewise, you can create the partition. This is called extended. Inside extended, these are the logical drives. The green one is logical. And the blue one, this is extended. Inside extended only we can have number of logical drives. clear about the hard disk partition. We'll have two types of partition. One is primary and second is extended. And first of all, before this, we can create the hard disk. One is basic disk, the other one is dynamic disk. It's not required, just for knowledge purpose. Dynamic disk. Basic disk supports single hard disk. Dynamic disk supports up to 32 hard disks, which will be used in servers. Nowadays, client also supporting, but server mainly they use. Guys, clear? Are you making any notes of this? Karthik, Sanju, Manoj, following all of you?
Yeah, we're following.
Yeah, Ronald.
Okay, fine. So let's start the installation part now. And before that, one more thing I'll tell you. File system. File system. There are two types of file systems. One is FAT, FAT, FAT16, FAT32, old one. Now is NTFS. NTFS. Another one is in servers, you can see RFS, REFS. Resilient file system. We'll discuss this later. NTFS. FAT is file allocation table. So FAT, no security. That means you cannot encrypt or decrypt the data. No security. Storage capacity is less than 50 GB. FAT 16 or 32. NTFS stands for New Technology File Systems. Supports security. That means you can read, write permission, encryption. All the features will be supported by the NTFS. Storage capacity is it is more than 50 GB. This is less than, sorry. This is more than 50 GB. Let's go beyond 50 GB. Main thing is security feature. Whenever you formatting a disk now, normally you format it, right? Pen drive or disk, anything. While formatting, it will ask you which file system you want to choose, FAT or NTFS. If you choose NTFS, you will see security feature. If you choose FAT, then no security. That means you can get the permission of read write permissions or controlling of deleting. These features not be available in the FAT file system. If you want to give protection, security for the data, then you have to go with the NTFS file system. Alright, so now let's see the operating system installation types of OS installation. The various ways are there are 3 to 4 ways you can install the operating system. First, next now the lab is going to see is installation of operating system Windows 10. Windows 10. First thing you can install by the help of, we're talking about the base machine or laptop. Desktop PC or even laptop also. If you talk olden days, people used to install with the help of DVD or CD. Now this option is not available. Then they'll go with second one you can install with by the help of USB. This you have to make it as a table. With that guys, water sound is coming. Bootable, bootable disk you can make. So other one is third one is through network. This is for single PC. Network means at a time, same time you can install 100 or 1000 PCs. Same time you can install 1000 PCs. That is through network installation. So if you desktop or laptop, you have new laptop, but you do not have the operating system, then you have to choose second option. Bootable USB disk you have to make Windows 10. Then the booting order. First boot it should be USB. Second boot hard disk. In the booting order first it should be USB. Second is hard disk. First time it should boot from the USB because this USB disk contains the operating system, Windows 10 operating system information. That's the reason first boot. This is first and this is second boot. Second time it should install from the hard because all the files and data will be copied in hard disk now. So second time it will boot from the hard disk. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to we are not going to see all this lab because I am not going to show you the lab on base machine. I'll be showing the lab through virtual machine, through VMs, not physical, but it virtual. So virtual, we'll discuss something about virtual little later. So VM, something like you have one server. Inside this, you have to install one software which is called Hyper-V. Okay, Hyper-V is virtualization technology enabled. After installing Hyper-V, then we have to install and we have to configure VM1. And the configuration will take, suppose your laptop is 16 GB RAM, base machine. From here only it will take some memory. Let's say 2 GB. From here it will come. And likewise VM2. VM2, this VM1 is Windows 10, VM2 will make server. So I'll explain about virtual technology little later, guys. As of now, just we have to install the Hyper-V. And install this. Then start creating the VMs. Today I'll just show you the Hyper-V installation and tomorrow because OS installation it will take at least 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Karthik, share your screen. Because in my laptop it is already installed. See, Hyper-V is already installed. And also you need to check whether your laptop is not sharing my screen, right? So it's already installed. That's the reason It's already installed Hyper-V. Hyper-V Manager already installed. And you have to confirm that your laptop supports virtual technology from the BIOS. It should enable. How to check that one? That is go to Task Manager.
Hi Ronald.
Yes.
Karthik is in washroom. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, yeah, fine. Anyone.
Sure.
Okay. Now, and also to confirm it, I just want you to confirm that your laptop is enabled virtual technology. Your CPU should support virtual technology. Go to CPU here. You can see here. Virtualization is enabled. And my hard disk is SSD hard disk. Now memory, how much is available? 11 GB is already in use. So 4 GB is, that means two virtual machines I can have now. 4 GB is available for me. Okay. And downloaded the OS. Okay. So first we'll confirm it. Hyper-V is no. Hyper-V is installed or not, because we can install the OS through Hyper-V only. Hyper-V Manager only. It's not there, right? Now go to control panel. Guys, all of you make the steps now. Take the steps. It's not there. It's not there. Go to control panel. Control your type. Control. Control. Yes, it's coming now. Ah. Can you make your screen big? Maximize the screen. Okay, perfect. Now we can go programs and features. Programs and features. Yes. Now turn right side, you can see it. Left side towards the left. Turn off. Turn Windows features on or off. Click on that option. Turn Windows left side towards the left. Control panel. Oh, yes, that one. Click on that. There you can see. Scroll down. Hypervisor. Windows Hypervisor platform. Yes, that one is it. And next one. Scroll down. Above that also virtual machine platform. Both. Uh, these two we have to select. Virtual machine platform. Windows Hypervisor. After installing this, it will ask you to restart the PC. Click OK. Yes, restart now. Restart and join back, Karthik. Sasi. Restart now. So once it restart, we'll see the option called Hyper-V.